As scary as it may sound, Halloween is right around the corner. That means it's time to start carving your Halloween pumpkin. But just what exactly is the best way to do it effectively? Here's all you need to know about carving a pumpkin for Halloween, including the steps, best way to do it overall, the tools needed, how to make a carved pumpkin last longer, and a few fun pumpkin carving ideas. Step-by-step guide to carving a pumpkin. Carving a pumpkin can be done effectively in just a few simple steps. First, pick a large pumpkin and cut off the top with a sharp, serrated knife. Next, scoop out all of the seeds and fibers with a large serving spoon or ladle. Remove some of the flesh inside the pumpkin as well. Then, draw a rough outline of a face on the pumpkin using a marker. Using a small, serrated knife, proceed to cut out the pumpkin's nose, eyes and mouth. Remember to always cut away from you for safety reasons. Finally, place a tea light inside the pumpkin and put the top back on it. What is the best way to carve a pumpkin for optimal results? Set up a proper workspace that includes flattened brown grocery bags or old newspapers to avoid making a mess. Drawing a rough sketch with pen and paper of the pumpkin's design before drawing it on the pumpkin itself with a marker is a good idea as well. From there, you may want to draw a circular lid on top of the pumpkin to help cut off its crown with a smoother, more efficient cut. After cutting off the top and removing the seeds, wipe off the pumpkin to make it safer and easier to carve. Once the design is cut out, use a wire tool or X-ACTO knife to scrape off any jagged lines or stringy debris for a smoother, cleaner cut overall. Finally, after placing the tea light in the pumpkin, don't forget to reuse the seeds by drying and roasting them for a tasty Halloween treat. What are the best tools to carve a pumpkin? To carve a pumpkin efficiently and effectively, a number of tools are needed. A large serrated knife is required to cut off the top, while a large spoon or ladle is also necessary to scoop out all of the seeds and fiber inside. In addition, a marker pen is needed to draw the pumpkin's face before you actually start carving it, which in turn should be done by a smaller, serrated knife. Additional tools needed include a tea lighter candle to light up the pumpkin after carving it, a bowl to place the pumpkin seeds and fiber, and old newspapers or paper grocery bags to carve the pumpkin on. A pen or a pencil and paper could also be used to draw up a rough sketch of the pumpkin's face or design before physically carving it. How do you make a carved pumpkin last longer? All too often, carved pumpkins don't last as long as desired. Fortunately, there are a number of ways to make a carved pumpkin last even longer. Some ways include soaking the pumpkin in cold water for 1 to 2 hours, keeping the pumpkin refrigerated when not displaying it, keeping the pumpkin out of the sun, rain and other harsh weather elements, and using petroleum jelly around the carved edges to help it stay fresh and moisturized, though a tea light rather than candle should always be used to light it if doing this. You can also create a pumpkin spray consisting of 1 capful of liquid peppermint soap, 6 drops of peppermint oil and water in an 8-ounce spray bottle to spray on the pumpkin to keep mold away. Another good idea is to hold off on carving the pumpkin until a day or 2 before Halloween, ensuring it lasts longer through the holiday and doesn't fall victim to mold, weather elements and the like before the holiday. Another way to make a pumpkin last longer is to simply not carve it at all, instead decorating it with construction paper, glitter, yarn, paint, and glow-in-the-dark markers. pumpkin carving itis. In addition to the classic Halloween pumpkin face, other popular ideas for designs include home addresses, sunflowers, alarm clocks, lollipops, sports team logos, superheroes, movie and TV show characters, images and much more. In other news, Halloween 2018, scary movies to watch on Netflix. Halloween 2018, how to carve a pumpkin, Titanic to root, sale date and everything you need to know. Mega Millions, how much will the winner actually get after tax? Mariah Carey tour, all you need to know. Roman Reigns leukemia, social media reacts to WWE star's cancer return. Who is Kim Namjoon? BTS member revealed after mono's solo album release. Fleetwood Mac 2019 Europe tour, dates, tickets, cities and more. What is Paula Abdul's net worth? Red Dead Redemption 2 pre-orders, trailers, editions and more. Ray Gareth released from prison, all you need to know about the ex-Panthers player. MLB 2018 World Series, schedule, tickets, dates and more. United Nations Day, all you need to know. Who is Chris Harris? Top Gear presenter revealed Meghan Markle's best friend Jessica Mulroney, all you need to know. Euro Millions results, lottery numbers for Friday, 19 October. Meghan Markle wore the Queen's least favorite thing during royal tour in Australia. NFL London, date, time, tickets, odds and more. Who is Greg Gianfort? Congressman praised by Trump for body slamming. Reporter revealed Twitter's accusing Pete Davidson of sending Mac Miller intimate pictures of Ariana Grande.